So I'm pretty excited here because we're about to do something that I've never really done before, especially on a Scout Sunday. We're going to tag team preach. How about it?
Yeah.
And props to Gabe for stepping up and taking on this big challenge. So it's pretty exciting. So Gabe, how long have you been a Scout?
7 years.
7 years. Holy mackerel. It's like half your life. Just about. Huh. So you're very familiar with the Scout law. Scout is trustworthy, loyal, helpful, friendly, courteous, kind, obedient, cheerful, thrifty, brave, clean, reverent, sneaky. Yeah. Almost got that past you, didn't I? That comes from Troop 209. So of those 12, not the 13th, of those 12, what do you think is the most important one?
Reverent.
Scout is reverent. Why do you think that?
Scout is reverent because we have to do our duty to God and to keep him first.
Yeah, absolutely. In one sense, there's this idea that really the rest of the Scout law comes out of this. This serves as a bit of a foundation for it. So reverence is in short supply, unfortunately, though. That's stuck on the boats outside the docks. We haven't been able to get, no. We've kind of abandoned reverence in our culture somewhat. We've replaced it with lots of other pursuits, lots of capabilities, lots of destinations, self-esteem, and all this other stuff of going, this is what's most important, and reverence has been left way behind and gone, well, it's not that it's bad, but it just doesn't really have a place in our society anymore. Harold Kusher nails it here with a quote. He says, "We teach children how to measure and how to weigh, but we fail to teach them how to revere, how to sense wonder and awe." We have become a functional society. It is about what we do and what we can gain and what we can see and we can touch. And those things have their place and they're important. But there is a place for reverence and for us to experience it, to make space for it in our lives, and to pass that on to our children, because functionality will not satisfy the soul's desire. In fact, I would go, the ultimate value in our culture, it's gone from fun, it's related to fun. You know what it is? Entertainment. Here's on your phone. Here's on a tablet. Here's on a computer. Here, watch this video. Look what this cat can do, right? We are always going, hey, we got to have something going. What's happening on this? I cannot even just stand and be quiet and be still. I can't go out in the woods and experience awe and wonder. This is one of the values of Boy Scouting, of going, put the phone away, let's go on out and get connected back with some deeper values. There must be a place for reverence. And so we're going to unpack that today. So what's the first part of what reverence is?
Reverence is knowing I'm part of something bigger.
Yeah, I get that. I'm bigger, and they call me Reverend. So is that what this is about?
No.
Thanks. I appreciate all that. First service didn't quite get that as fast. No, it's not about, being part of something bigger. This is my favorite picture. That's being part of something bigger, right? Welcome. You are all part of the Milky Way galaxy, and you are here, right? As we go through life, we have to kind of figure out where do we fit, as we start out as kids, kind of home and maybe school is the small world that we live in. You guys are starting to break out of that nutshell and starting to see a wider world. And in just a few years, as you break out into college, suddenly the world is going to get a lot bigger, and you're going to start wondering, where do I fit in this thing? What's my place in it? And you're going to have times where you're going to feel like, man, that's about what I feel like. Right? I'm just kind of a cog in this thing. I'm not sure where my place is. But when we develop reverence into our life, it helps us to connect and to say, you know what? I'm part of something bigger, not just functionally, but I come from somewhere. I have a value that's beyond function, beyond place in it. In all the way back in the Old Testament, there was this great verse here where he talks about this value that we derive from reverence. So who's the first reader here? Come on up.
For you created every part of me. You put me together in my mother's womb. I praise you because I am fearfully and wonderfully made.
Yeah, now we might look at this and kind of go, these guys are 2,000 years old. They don't know anything. They don't know biology. They don't know about cell division. They don't know about DNA. He thinks that God comes along and magically does this. And we're so much smarter. No, that's not. They might not have known about DNA and cell division then, but they understood what it was to biologically reproduce and things to grow. David's not talking about the function of this. He's talking about the value of it. See, we appreciate science. Science is incredibly valuable. We appreciate its voice. It brings a lot of truth into our life, and we want to be able to learn how to measure and to weigh and to calculate things. But there are things that science can't answer. It can tell us how something works, but it doesn't tell us why it is. That's what this verse is all about. It is telling us, why am I here? I'm not here by accident. It's not a mistake. I am here because I have been created. That there is something mysterious and wonderful, something reverent about the creation of a new life, and that God is involved in that, and that each of us have a special place in his order. We're not just a cog in a machine. We're not just a biological happening, but we have been created by name. What's one of the ways that we can kind of personally experience this kind of uniqueness?
So if you look at your hand, look closely
Come
at
on,
your hand.
get your hand up, right on your face like this.
The lines in the fingerprints, identical twins share the same DNA, but have unique fingerprints.
Yeah. I mean, we kind of look at our hands. We kind of take our hands for granted. We just kind of do stuff, right? It's functional. But if you kind of peer down into that, I'm serious, take a moment. Look at your hand deep in there. Look at all the lines and the fingerprints. That is absolutely unique to you. 7 billion people on this planet just right now, and nobody shares it. Not even if you were a twin. Twins share DNA. You couldn't tell which one committed the crime if they left DNA. You leave a fingerprint, and we know exactly who you are because God made you that way. He knows you. You created special and unique. You have a place and a value in his world. Yeah, something's going on with this thing. It needs a new value. Something. You're part of something much, much bigger. What's the second thing about reverence?
Reverence is looking for guidance.
Yeah, guidance. I need a lot of guidance. I kind of just ran out of I finished binge watching one TV show. Can God help me out with, point me in the direction of another TV show to watch?
No.
What?
No, that's not that kind of guidance.
It's not that type of. Oh, and more important stuff.
Yeah.
Like what's your favorite football team?
Not really.
Oh, no. I'm pretty sure it's in there because there's this passage in Song of Solomon that talks about his face is like gold and his hair is black. I'm pretty sure God has a side. Not this year, though. No, when we're talking about guidance, we're talking about kind of going, you've got choices in life of going, am I going to try and figure this out or am I going to look for help? This is a fundamental skill in scouting. When you're out in the woods, do you want a leader that's just going, hey, I don't need a map, I don't need a compass, I just know the way? Do you want to follow a leader like that, or do you want to follow a leader that goes, hey, give me the map, I want to see the truth, and I know how to use a compass? A compass is one of those things that tells us the truth about which direction we're going. But there's this other type of compass. You guys know this one? So Jack Sparrow, Captain Jack Sparrow, had a compass as well. Where did it point? What you want the most. Could there not be a truer compass to our current culture today? Right? That's what they say. If you would just discover what your heart really, really desires, and you would just pursue that, everything will be laying at your feet. One, it doesn't work out in the movie for him very well, does it? It starts spinning, and he gets all confused. That's true in life as well. It's a lie from our culture that goes, all you need to know is what you deeply desire, and you pursue it. If everyone lived that way, we are headed for a world of chaos. Well, maybe we're already there, right? Because the desire of our heart is not going to get us to where we need to go. How does a compass work? What do you need for a compass to work?
A pointer.
Yeah, you got the north, south, east, and west. We kind of go, okay, I got my directional, but what is that pointer? Can I point it any direction I want it to go?
No.
No. Well, what does it do?
It points north or south or east or west.
What if I go like this over here? Does it point?
It changes.
Yeah, where does it point to, though?
North.
What if I come over here?
East.
How about if I come down here? It goes east.
Yep.
No, it doesn't point east here. Where's that needle point to?
It goes west.
It goes north. North all day long. No matter what situation you're in, it goes north. Don't put him in charge of the map.
No.
It points north because it doesn't matter what I desire, what situation I'm in, it tells me the truth, right? And then you turn the compass to find out what direction is which according to that. It taps into something way bigger than us. That's what it means to seek for guidance. So, now you might be thinking, that's all right. I know what to do here. But take us through an exercise here, the compass exercise.
Me?
Yeah, you. Go ahead.
Okay.
North boy.
Close your eyes, and on the count of 3, point which way is north. 3, 2, 1. You can open your eyes.
Oh, look at how many wrong people there are. You got your finger up your nose. Look at that. That doesn't look like north. This is what you get in life if we all just kind of go, you know what, we're going to figure it out on our own. But we need that needle that points north, always points north. It's true, time tested, no matter what, day, midnight, over here, over there. It goes north. And so we seek that guidance in our life. Who's the second reader?
Your word is like a lamp that guides my steps, a light that shows the path I should take.
Right. So reverence is about turning to God's word and going, teach me the way, give me guidance in life. It's not going to tell me which TV show to watch, but it's going to show me what type of shows not to watch, right? It's going to give me values. It's going to give me direction in the ways that I can form my life. And so we ask for that help. What's the third part of reverence?
Reverence is finding help and strength.
Yeah. Well, I don't think this is a very good one because we're Americans. And Americans don't need anybody's help. We are self-sufficient. We can handle our own stuff, pull our own selves up because that's who we are. We're self-sufficient. So, Gabe, I want you to demonstrate this for us. I would like to have you show us how to pick yourself up. Good luck. Come on. Now, you're a scout. You've learned self-sufficiency. Come on. Just pick yourself up. Come on. Let's go. You going to start trying? All right. Stop. You're just a kid. Let me show you adult how to do this. There's a trick to it. You just got to pull really, really hard and not eat so much. Yeah, it doesn't work, does it? It's a lie. Pull yourself up. You can do it on your own. Never was true. We always need help. We need help from other people, but we need also a help from a higher source, this reverence place. So, and David wrote a psalm talking about this. He was a great warrior, and yet he understood where his strength comes from. Who's the third reader here? Nolan?
I look up to the hills, but where will my help really come from? My help comes from the Lord, the creator of heaven and earth.
Yeah, they would look to the hills when the enemies come, and they would run away to the hills. That's where my strength is. But David was like, no, that's not it. It's not in my bank account. It's not in my job. It's not in these things that want to give me security. It's really in God. And he learned this from actually an early age, as young as you guys. This is something that guided him through all his life. There's a famous story, you probably know it. It's the story of David and Goliath. When he takes on a mighty giant, it's a story about a little boy and a giant man. Look at what we have up here now. Hey. And I have my Goliath suit. All right, you Israelites, I'm taking you down. You're mine. But David, as a little boy, he came out, and what did he say, Gabe?
I come against you in the name of the Lord.
I'm going to squish you like a little bug, like the Kansas City Chiefs did to the Steelers. You don't have a chance, pal. What did David do then?
He picked up 5 stones.
Yeah, I got 6, baby. Bring it on. And what did he do? And down went Goliath. And he won a great victory after he took off his glove. Right? Incredible victory. None of the rest of the guys were ready to step up to it. They saw how massive Goliath was. They were afraid. But David wasn't afraid. Not because he was something fantastic, but because he trusted God. And he had learned that from earlier lessons in his life. When he got stuck with the junky job of watching the sheep, it's kind of like getting stuck washing the bathroom. I was the youngest, that's what I got stuck doing, right? The job nobody else wanted. Well, while he was protecting the sheep, he says, a bear rose up to steal one of them. I took my sling and I knocked it out with God's help. A lion came along. With God's help, I knocked it out. See, he learned from your age, my strength, my help is not in just me. It's not this confidence that I can handle anything by myself. It is I can handle anything with God's help. And you look to him in all these things. All right, what's the fourth part of reverence?
Reverence is receiving love.
Yeah, so this is really kind of building off of where we began with, right? God created us. He wants to give us strength. He wants to give us guidance. Why does he want to do all these things? Because he loves us. See, you might be someone that goes, yeah, okay, there's something bigger out there. There's God out there, I don't know, a higher power, whatever. But really, he's checked out. He left. Maybe he got this thing going, but he's not involved with me. He doesn't care about me. But from start to finish, the entire Bible says that's not true. Over and over again, God is saying, I am here for you because I love you. I created you. I want to be involved in your life. Look at this incredible statement that Jeremiah writes. Who's the fourth reader?
The Lord said, I have loved you, my people, with an everlasting love. With unfailing love, I have brought you to myself.
I mean, look at those words. There is probably nothing else that we want more besides more cat videos than love. We all crave it. We desire it. We wish we could find it. We wish we could find the love that stays, stays the course, that stays with us. But, it gets all chewed up. Our families go a little bit sideways. Relationships go sideways. Girlfriends, spouses, other friends. We wish we could have it, but we settle for all these other things. We try to fill it up. Entertainment, other securities. We chase other things, another relationship. And all at this deep place in our hearts, we go, I wish I found that everlasting love. And God's going, ooh, 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 pick me, pick me. I got that because I created you. I knew you from the start. I've got a plan for you. I want to be involved in your life. And when we build reverence into it, we open ourselves up, right? We open ourselves up to God's love into our life. And we start to really experience that value and the joy that we have because we know we're not here by accident. We're not here alone. God is for us. So what's the last thing about reverence that we want to talk about?
Reverence is a choice.
Yeah, it's a choice. See, God's all this is true, but he's not going to kick down the door of your life. He's not going to barge into your life and take over. A lot of times that we kind of go, you know what, I just don't even want to bother. And so he's left standing there. He has all this value, all this love, all this guidance, all this help that he wants to give, but we keep the door shut. Dave wrote another psalm. Who's our last reader is you, yeah.
Oh God, you are my God. I will always be looking for you in my life.
Yeah, it's a small verse, but man, it packs a lot in there. You see that? Oh God, that's religion. That's going, okay, I believe that there's something out there, but he's not really part of my life. Oh God. I might say it in a moment of trouble. But you see where he goes from there? Oh God, you are my God. I know who he is. He knows who I am. I have opened up my life to him so that I seek his guidance. I seek his help. I accept the mystery of who I am because he created me. I know that I am loved with an everlasting love, unfailing kindness. I made this decision many years ago when I was about 11 years old. I'd been to church. I knew all the Bible stories. I had all the information. I had the religion. I had the oh God part, but that's it. And then one night at church, we had a special speaker, and me and a friend, same time, God just kind of reached out, and we heard that voice. We heard that call to him of going, open up your life to me. Let me into you. And we went down the old school churches had altars, and we came down to the altar. And that night, I gave my life to Jesus, and it changed my life forever. It wasn't just a one emotional moment. It was life-changing, complete change of course for me. Gabe, you've made that type of a choice. Can you tell us about that?
Yeah, I have, yes. I made that choice one day. I was here by myself in the back, and I was praying, and I made that choice right there. My mom was in the back. She came out, we left, and I told my mom about it in the car. And it's my story.
Yeah, why did you take that step? What
Why did I
prompted you?
take that step? I took that step because I liked going to church at that time. I still do.
Now that you're up front even more now, huh? Taking my job.
Oh, now I forgot what I was going to
Sorry.
say.
Yeah.
Good job, Noel.
Sorry. Why did you take this step? What kind of prompted you there? You'd been coming to church. You kind of felt good about this, but what was that thing that kind of pushed you over the?
Listening to you talk. And
That's the right answer. In fact, if you could go talk to my wife, no. Love you, honey. Yeah. No, you hear that moment, that the voice of God of going, this is the way home, and you open your life up to him. Maybe you've done that already. Maybe you haven't. Maybe you got that door firmly shut. I don't know anything about this. Maybe you got it a little bit cracked open. You're like, maybe there's a possibility, sort of. And God stands here and says, ooh, pick me. Open up the door of your life. It will change the direction of your life when you meet the God who has created you and has great plans for you and wants to give you wisdom and guidance and strength because he loves you. That's life-changing. So whether you choose that today, maybe you're ready for that moment of you're feeling that like Gabe did here a year ago, like I did when I was 11. And you just want to simply pray, God, I open my life to you. Come in. Make me yours. Maybe you could do that now. Maybe it's just, you know what? I need to crack that door open a little bit more. Every yes to God, God gives you a yes back. He's just eager to come and be part of you. See, that's what reverence brings into your life that you can't find at the store. You can't find on TV. You're not going to find it online. This is the real thing And it's what we need the most in our life. Let's pray. Father, thank you that you love us, that you made us. You're yearning for us to come back home. And so I pray that we would have the courage to hear your voice even right now, to open our lives, to sit quietly and pray and say, God, I want you in my life. I don't want to be on my own. I don't want to have to just figure out what I want, but to know your truth, to know your love. Thank you that you hear every voice that calls on your name. Amen.